New season, new top 5 list, starting with some honorable mentions. We have the DRH, ASM-10, and the Odin. ASM-10 and the DRH were recently buffed. The Odin's been a really solid free shell weapon. All of these guns are really similar in stats, and these guns are both really good. Moving on, we have the DLQ and the SKS. DLQ is more for SND, and SKS is really good if you're trying to play aggressive and get in people's faces. A gun that was just nerfed this season was going to be a CBR4. This gun is still a really solid weapon, really got a close range, although his ADS bullet spur and his ADS movement speed may not be the best considering it got nerfed. This gun is still really solid at close range. Moving on with the LMGs, the UO and the S36 were newly buffed this season, increased damage and a few other buffs. The RPD has been a really solid weapon overall because of the cooling barrel, and these guns are honestly just really balanced overall. Our final honorable mention is going to be the GKS. This is a really solid SMG, but it was just not good enough to make on a top 5 list. This gun has really good damage, controllable recoil, only downside is probably just going to be its hit flinch. Number 5 on the spot is going to be the ASVL and the switchboard. These guns are both really good at close range, but lack off at mid to long range because it's low range and also really hard to control recoil. Number 4 spot is going to be the Kilo and the AK-17. Kilo has been always a solid weapon overall. It didn't really get nerfed. AK-17 was newly buffed this season with its increased magazine reload speed. This gun is just more consistent and a really solid weapon overall. Number 3 spot is going to be a QQ9 and a PP19. These both are really solid weapons. QQ9 and a PP19 did receive a damage buff. QQ9 is more for close range considering that mid range, so the range is not that good, but the PP19 is really good. It's almost no recoil, can use it at almost any range on the shreds. Number 2 on the spot is going to be a KSP. This is one of the best burst guns in the game right now, but sadly this is not number 1 because its burst doesn't always 1 burst. It may 2 bursts or 3 bursts depending on range, and if you miss one of those shots in your burst, then you're probably dead. And the top spot this season is going to be a Peacekeeper. This gun is really consistent at almost any range. The recoil is controllable and its stats is basically really good. And this gun is usable at any range. And yeah, that is all. If you guys enjoy, subscribe.